After the Second World War, there is a reconsolidation of liberal theory on slightly different premises. And this was also mentioned in the previous panel. We were going to have Keynesian economics to deal with shock. Keynesian economics is basically a psychological theory. It says that we should not subject the population to shocks because then they will change the political regime before the market can correct itself. Maybe theoretically markets always correct themselves, but before they can correct themselves, the shock will lead to a political change which will do away with the market. So Keynesianism is basically a psychological improvement on market economics. The second basis for the reestablishment of liberal political thought was the welfare state, which was meant to deal with radical inequality, the kind that emerged in the 1920s. And the third new basis was economic integration, chiefly that of the European Union. The European states, which had never existed as states, only as empires, saw their empires collapse during and after the Second World War, and they reestablished states, or really established them on the basis of integration. Now, in this history, which I've just given you in the last 90 seconds, but I hope not entirely unsatisfactorily, there are a couple of periods. The first period, the first globalization, roughly the 1890s through 1940s. The second period, the reconsolidation of a liberal order, roughly 1945 to 1989, maybe a little bit later. What I'd like to do in the remaining